So welcome to Sprinkling Nutrition Education into Curricula. My name's Nora Fines. I'm a health promotion coordinator in the Healthy Children and Youth Department with Alberta Health Services and a registered dietitian. It is my job as a health promotion coordinator to support school jurisdictions in southern Alberta with creating healthy school environments in the three focus areas of healthy eating, active living, and positive mental health. This webinar is one of the ways that we are aiming to support teachers with evidence-based resources on nutrition. By the end of this webinar, you'll be familiar with a selection of Alberta Health Services nutrition resources. This 30-minute webinar will provide you with ideas to bring healthy eating messages into subjects such as math, science, social studies, and language arts. This webinar will be recorded, and we hope that you will share it with other teachers at your school. We would like to thank the SAPDC for their support of this webinar, especially Kelsey Schick and John Laree. We are so grateful for this wonderful collaboration between health and education. Now I'll turn it over to our speaker, Michelle Letourneau. Michelle is a registered dietitian with Alberta Health Services. She works in population and public health in Brooks and enjoys collaborating with her community to create healthy environments.
Thanks for the introduction, Nora. In this quick webinar, I'll first mention a few reasons why teachers like you who promote healthy eating in schools are amazing. I'll introduce some nutrition supports for the Alberta Education's Health and Life Skills curriculum. And we'll take a look at ways that you can use existing nutrition resources found online and incorporate them into any subject. Teachers kindly shared their success stories to create this part of the webinar. Most kids spend over half their day in school 10 months a year and eat over 1/3 of their daily food in school. Health education in elementary schools can give kids the information and skills to develop a lifetime of positive behaviors. Research shows a strong link between nutrition and children's readiness to learn, academic performance, and even their attendance. Schools, of course, are an important part of a community. When schools are healthy, parents and other community members will see that the school values health and healthy eating. This can help create a positive, healthy eating environment in the whole community. We have a school nutrition website at Alberta Health Services. It's called Healthy Eating Starts Here, and this website provides materials to teach students and children about nutrition and healthy food choices. There's also a comprehensive school health website from Alberta Health Services, and this one has a lot of information about building healthy school communities. Just a reminder that any of the resources that we talk about today can be found in the School Nutrition Education Resource List, and that is available as a download, and you'll see it on the right-hand side of your screen. Before we get into our cross-curricular success stories, I will mention that Alberta Health Services has attempted to lessen your burden of prep time for meeting the Alberta Education Health and Life Skills curriculum outcomes. And they've done this by making some really cool nutrition plans that are good lesson plans. And you'll find those on the website. Using success stories, we'll focus on practical ways that teachers can incorporate or sprinkle healthy eating into their various subject areas. Here's our first success story. A grade 6 teacher found that he could use the nutrition facts table and percent daily values on it to help students solve problems involving percents. The nutrition facts table is found on packaged foods, and it gives you information on calories and 13 core nutrients. People can use the amount of food on the nutrition facts table in combination with the percent daily value to choose healthier food products. And this helped the teacher out with linking to math and health as well. Here's the resources that he said he used. There's a nutrition labeling interactive quiz that's found on the Health Canada website, and this one helps kids to learn more about nutrition labels. There's also a resource for educators. It's called the Nutrition Labeling, the percent daily value, and this one helped him learn a little bit more about the nutrition labels so he could teach it in class. There's also a handout from Alberta Health Services, and this is something that was sent home with parents, and this one's all about label reading the healthy way, and this one's also found online. Here's another one. Classroom rewards are often used to reinforce good behavior. But we know that using food as a reward, especially less healthy foods like candy, can cause children to learn that the reward food is more valuable than other foods, which isn't a good thing. So, a grade 5 teacher asked their students to design a survey to find alternatives to candy for classroom rewards. And the students came up with the whole survey and they implemented it in their school. And the teacher had the students collate the data and present it in all sorts of formats like graphs and tables, and this linked really well with math. As well, he had them present their findings, and this helped them build other skills like public speaking and leadership, and it had some links to language arts. This one here is for the younger grades. A teacher had grade 2 students collect images of food and drinks for an art project, and the teacher reviewed foods that are healthy choices and less healthy choices, and then the students made a collage of go, yield, and stop foods and drinks. So what I mean by this is the teacher had go foods that were choices in Canada's food guide, like fruit or milk. These are all healthy choices. They split them into yield foods as well, and these are foods that still provide nutrients, but could be higher in sugar, salt, or fat. And an example of a yield food would be chocolate milk. And as well, they put down pictures of stop foods in the stop category. And these would be foods that don't provide a lot of nutrients and are also high in sugar, salt, or fat. And examples would include chocolate bars or chips. The teacher said that this was a quick read to plan their lesson. This is the Healthy Snacks for Children handout, and this is just kind of part of the pictorial section of this resource. So it does show you where stop, yield, and go foods would fit, and it's all pictorial. This is a harder sort of project, and this is better suited to grade 6s or maybe even older students like junior high. A grade 6 teacher asked his class to research an energy drink, and students were split up into groups, and they were each assigned an ingredient to look up. So they had to research their ingredient, make a poster, and report on the ingredient. And some students even chose to present the results as part of a skit. And the teacher was able to make curriculum links to science, health, and language arts. This one was apparently a lot of fun. Some of the resources that were used was this energy drink buzz presentation. This one's found online, and it even has notes for the presenter. There is also a handout on energy drinks and a poster that you could print yourself for your classroom. This was a build your own salad day for grade 1. It was, and I quote, the best day ever. Parents donated one vegetable to the classroom, and the students did all their work to build their one salad. After you do a fun event like this, you might be looking for something to send home with parents. And there's something called Nutrition Bites on healthyeatingstartshere.ca. And these Nutrition Bites are like mini newsletters. They're on an assortment of topics, including things like healthy drinks or healthy lunches. March is Nutrition Month, and this year a Zone 6 teacher decided that she was going to be the Nutrition Month promoter at her school. She got the office set up with school nutrition announcements. She also had a sugar shocker kit on display, and 2 classes, I believe the grade 3 and 6 classes, they did some of the activities in the sugar shocker kit and had a lot of fun with it. These school announcements are on a variety of different health topics, and here's an example of one. Did you know that the body is made up of 55 to 65% water? Water is a great way to quench your thirst. Carry a water bottle to make sure you have water handy everywhere you go. So these are already made up. All she had to do was bring them to the office and get them on the announcements for the month. Some of you are probably familiar with the sugar shocker kit. And this kit has various nutrition activities in it, and they're tied to the Alberta Education's Life and Health Skills curriculum. And this kit can be built with containers and set up, or pictures can be displayed on the smartboard or laminated for use in the classroom. And on the right-hand side of the screen, that's an example of a picture that would be inside of the Sugar Shocker education kit that you could display. For Nutrition Month or any other time of the year, you can also order some posters as well as postcards that have healthy eating messages on them. And these are also found online, and you can see in the school nutrition education resource list where you can go for ordering these guys. A couple of teachers have shared that they like to use current events to discuss nutrition in their classrooms. So I'd suggest checking out I would suggest checking out national organizations for nutrition activities that could connect to current events. For example, one teacher was telling me that she used our federal government's healthy eating strategy, which includes restricting marketing to children. And she had some discussions about it with her classroom and did a few activities. And she found that the whole topic about promoting unhealthy foods to kids linked well with the media education part of language arts. Another current event nutrition success story is a classroom that ordered free tomato seeds from the Canadian Space Agency. These are no normal seeds. They've actually been to space. And while completing the Tomato Sphere program, the students investigated ideas like how to supply space exploration missions with life support requirements. And they also discussed some issues involved in space exploration. So this was an exposure to nutritious foods. As well, it was an intro to basic scientific methods. And then the grade 5s in Edmonton made salsa out of their tomatoes. All in all, I'd say it sounds like a lot of fun. In summary, healthy eating can be integrated into a lot of different subject areas, including math, science, language arts, social studies, and art, as we saw. So I'd encourage you to share your stories and learn from each other. Of course, Alberta Health Services offers many supports to support healthier eating for students, schools, teachers, staff, and families. And of course, remember that all of your efforts are amazing because healthy kids do grow into healthy adults. Thanks so much for joining this webinar, and a big thank you to all the teachers who shared their success stories with us. If you have success stories, you can send them to your health promotion coordinator, if you know who that is, or if you're not sure who your health promotion coordinator is, you can send your stories over to this Healthy Children and Youth email that's up on the screen. And if you have any questions or would like more information about including nutrition and health in your curricula, feel free to contact your school's health promotion coordinator.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for coming online today to learn some easy ways to sprinkle nutrition into the classroom curricula. I just want to thank Michelle again for sharing a great variety of resources and success stories that can be used in any elementary classroom. And we hope you'll join us again in the fall for more learning events. Thanks everyone, and have a great rest of your day.